Ahead, leaders under scrutiny and peddling a new idea. Later in the show. Welcome to 3 Times Square this Wednesday from Reuters World Headquarters in New York. Brian Moynihan still trying to get Bank of America out of the hole it went into as a result of the financial crisis. BofA taking $1.6 billion in litigation charges for the quarter, much of that related to a settlement over claims related to its acquisition of Merrill Lynch. Overall, the bank posting a slight profit when a loss was expected, but the gains way below a year ago. Shares climbed above $10 earlier this year, but below that now, but well off their lows. At least Moynihan won't see himself compared to another struggling CEO anymore, that being Vikram Pandit, who departed Citigroup. The focus there moving to our power player of the day, Michael O'Neill, Citi's chairman. Sources say Pandit announced his resignation after O'Neill criticized him for being too detached from its day-to-day operations. Tensions between the two had been growing since O'Neill took over the board's top post in April, according to those sources. Another leader taking heat is Pepsi's Indra Nooyi. Shareholders among those expressing displeasure with her for the performance of the soft drink and snack maker stock since she took over, though it has had a nice run this year. Today, PepsiCo posting a profit that topped expectations but fell from a year earlier. It also reaffirmed its guidance for this year. Shares near their 2012 high above $73 hit in August. And speaking of leaders under pressure, the wheels have come off for Lance Armstrong. After stepping down as chairman of Livestrong yesterday, Armstrong now dropped by major sponsor Nike. Nike saying in a statement on its website that it has terminated Armstrong's contract due to the, quote, seemingly insurmountable evidence that he participated in doping and, quote, misled Nike for more than a decade. From leaders under fire to a company gaining unwanted attention, our Axel Threlfel joins us from London. Axel, we're talking about Starbucks in the UK. You and I spoke about this earlier this week. What's the update there?
Well, it's getting quite exciting, this story. Both the government and the opposition has weighed into this debate on the back of Tom Bergin's report. He's a reporter for Reuters. Remember, Reuters reported just a couple of days ago that Starbucks has, on the one hand, been telling investors that its UK unit is highly profitable, while on the other hand, telling authorities the unit is loss-making. Well, there is a chance now that the company may face an inquiry after a senior member of the British Parliament called for an investigation into its tax dealings. As I mentioned on Monday, there is absolutely no evidence that Starbucks has been engaged in any wrongdoing. But what we can expect now, Lisa, is that there's going to be a motion tabled in Parliament asking the government to launch its own investigation into Starbucks and potentially other big companies paying minimal taxes on large revenues. That, of course, could ultimately lead to a change in tax law. So, yeah, since this came out on Monday, this story, it does seem to be picking up steam. In fact, Tom Bergin, the reporter, has been all over the UK media talking about this story in the meantime.
So lots of things percolating there. Sorry. Thank you, Axel. From high-tech to home ec, Israeli entrepreneurs building bicycles from recycled cardboard. Coated with a so-called secret recipe of organic materials that make them water and fireproof, the green bikes are the latest environmentally friendly way to get from point A to point B. Whether that distance is 10 feet or 10 miles, we don't know. But we do know that the bikes cost less than $10 a pop to produce. Not bad in these economic times. That's the latest from 3 Times Square this Wednesday. You can follow us on Twitter at Reuters Insider and check out our Reuters YouTube channel at Reuters.com/ReutersTV. I'm Lisa Bernhard. This is Reuters.